Acting is concerned, I don't think anybody's given me much of tips. I think I just follow what I think is right and what the audiences would like to see on me.
Nobody said cut, so I went on with my dialogue and I said the whole page and she kept reacting and she started crying on her own.
I think I started with meaningful cinema, so I'm open to that in every way. I'm not going to be like I only want to do fancy kind of films and things like that.
Kareena, could you tell me the story of Mujhe Kuchh Kehna Hai?
I cannot tell you the story because if I say the story then y'all will not go to watch the movie. So I will just tell you that it's a very sweet love story and it's not one of the films where the usual hero and the heroine run away and go and get married. It's something that's being made for the first time and the audience is going to see a subject like this which is very unique.
Could you tell me the role of your role?
I'm playing a role of an NRI girl who comes to India for a research project and becomes friends with the hero, that's Tushar. And she's basically, it's a role of a modern girl who's, but not very outgoing, like how you have today's girls of today's generation. She's a bit conservative in her thinking.
मुझे कुछ कहने का कहानी क्या है?
It's a different kind of love story. It's about a boy who's having a hard time expressing his love. That's why we have that saying, the unspoken love. So it's basically about a silent lover.
What's your role in this?
Well, I am the main protagonist in the film and I play a very normal guy who's having fun with his life, but he comes to a point where he doesn't know what has happened to him. He's fallen in love. And then the film is about what happens after that. Yeah.
To play this role, you have portrayed anyone?
Myself, not anyone.
Kareena, after a very serious kind of role in Refugee, this is a very petty one. Like, what do you feel about this?
In Refugee, I played a role of a very simple Pakistani girl, whereas in this, it has a lot of variety and a lot of spice, because now the audience get to see me in a modern look, something that's more youthful and more colorful. As you can see, as Refugee was shot in a desert, this is a kind of film which is shot on very big landscape, very vast budget.
Could you tell me about Kareena? उनके साथ काम करते हो कैसा लगा?
Well, she's a thorough professional. She's very natural in front of the camera and she's a very good co-star because she's a lot of fun to work with.
An interesting scene behind the scene during the shooting.
Any interesting thing behind the scene?
Yes, during the shooting there.
Well, there's something interesting happening every day behind the scene, but I can't think of one particular incident you're talking about. I mean, I can tell you something on camera that happened, basically, that's interesting. Like, we were doing the climax scene and I had to give her the cue. It was her close-up and I had to give her 2 lines and she had to react to it. But nobody said cut, so I went on with my dialogue and I said the whole page and she kept reacting and she began emoting and started crying on her own. So that came out very naturally and that's something I can remember.
As an actress, like, how far do you feel that you've matured from like Refugee and this? What kind of things have you noticed, changes you've noticed in your acting?
I think it's too soon. I've just done one film, so I don't know how much I've matured. I guess that the audiences will be able to judge. But at least I can say it's different, what I did in Refugee and what I did here. And this has been a learning experience.
You started your career with a newcomer and then again a newcomer. How does it feel like?
I think today's time is the time of newcomers. We have so many new faces and today is the young generation. So, and I think the audiences have accepted newcomers with open arms. So here we have another one who's very promising.
How was it working with Tushar?
Tushar is very confident and very natural. And I've known him ever since I was a kid. So when Vashuji came to me to sign a film with Tushar, it was a lot of excitement for me because we've been friends from before.
What kind of tips have you been receiving from different people as far as acting is concerned?
As far as acting is concerned, I don't think anybody's given me much of tips. I think I just follow what I think is right and what the audiences would like to see on me.
How satisfied are you with your performances day after day?
I think it's with the experiences of life, I think every human being grows. So you use those experiences and use them in your performances. That's a good way to put it.
Tushar, could you tell me your first day of shooting? How was the experience?
It was fun. I mean, in fact, we had a photo session before the shooting started. So I was used to working with Kareena already. So when the scenes began, it went on pretty well.
How is it working with Satish Kaushik?
Satish ji is an actor himself. So being an actor himself, he knows how to extract the right performance from the artist. And it's been great fun working with him because I don't need to say, I mean, he's such a great and a fun human being. So,
Could you tell me your personal favorite song from this film of yours?
my personal favorite song is, I think, Dutta. That's my song.
Why Dutta?
Firstly, because it's my song, so I'm going to be partial to myself. And I think it's nice because everybody's going to like it because it's different and I'm dancing in it for the first time. So the audience will also enjoy that kind of a song to see me dance in that way.
Kareena, you dance very beautifully, very comfortably. So how much rehearsals you do for this?
No rehearsal, like for this song it was just on the set. However, the composer, what he feels will look good on you. And so Ahmed has choreographed it in a wonderful way because I've been very comfortable in whatever movements he was giving me.
Kareena, you've had a film Refugee was there for 6 months. It's been 6 months for Refugee. How far do you think it's important to have a gap between two films for a newcomer? How important is that?
I think it is important because firstly the audience has to digest and accept the fact that you're here in the industry. And especially for me, in my first film, the performance was more important and it was a serious kind of film. So it took time for me to make up my mind and decide that this would be the right kind of a film and in which the audience would like to see me in. So it took 6 months in the making.
Any specific directors, kind of directors that you would like to work with? Any specific kind of roles or filmmakers you would like to work with?
I guess I just like to work with all the makers who put in all the effort and finally want to make a good product. That's what's important. So I'd like to work with them.
As far as meaningful cinema is concerned, what do you think?
I think I started with meaningful cinema, so I'm open to that in every way. I'm not going to be I only want to do fancy kind of films and things like that. I'd like to definitely do a film with Shyam Benegal. I'm open to it.